This is not Soundwave.
Transformers battle cry, robots in disguise, Autobots fighting on crushing Decepticons.
Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Ghost Prime, and this is Machine Wars Soundwave. He was released in 1997 at KB toy stores exclusively. Now, back in 1997, I wasn't really collecting Transformers, but I always went through the toy aisle to look. Nerd. And I saw Machine Wars. And I was like, this isn't Soundwave. What does this have to do with sound? So I didn't pick it up. And it wasn't until maybe last year that I picked this guy up, and he's become a favorite in my collection since then. He comes from originally the UK exclusive character of Stalker, and it was technically G1.5. So very G1 type of character. This review is going to be very, very quick. We're just going to take a quick look at him. So please like and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's get to the review. All right, we're going to start this guy out in alt mode, just so you can see some of the paintwork on it. Honestly, it's really kind of a interesting time for Transformers because it didn't really have all this like sort of wear and tear paintwork on it. He has these subtle stripes, which may even work as camouflage. Very sort of muted colors, as most of Machine Wars was. Of course, he has this giant missile on top of him. Now, stopping him from rotating, we could just check out a little closer up some more of that detail. Now, the paint is not applied super, tight on it. Like some of this wear marks are kind of sloppy looking, but that's okay. It was the 90s after all. And this was a subline at KB, so it really wasn't, like a main line. So you have some detail there. The sticker detail going around the missile. One of the things that this does not include is anything to see through there. You can't really see through the camera, but it had this little lever here that lifts up and down. You kind of see that moving. And there was replaceable targets that you could put in there. Like just put it in there like that. And so you could see, there, little piece right there. So you could see what you're looking at. That sort of gets the light in there. And you can put a Predator jet on top of here. But he does have wheels, so he can roll. He has this little radar dish, which is often lost, so make sure you find it. It does just peg in there. And he has places here for missiles, which the original Stalker came with, but this one did not. However, if you have the Machine Wars Starscream, takes the same missiles, and they could just, I could get it in the hole there. There we go. They just peg in the side. You can have two here, like that, and one here. And honestly, I wish they included these. Like I said, there is Starscream that has a bunch of them, so you can include them if you have both these figures. But I think it looks really good with them, even though they're neon, just like they were in the UK on the original figures. And first up for comparison, there he is with Machine Wars Megatron, Machine Wars Optimus Prime, Machine Wars Prowl, and Machine Wars Starscream. So yeah, Starscream is a good bit bigger. Transformation on this is fairly easy, as with all G1 type characters, because technically he's G1.5. So we're going to go ahead and remove the missile. You can keep that on there if you wish. But here we have him in robot mode, and his missile goes right here on his shoulder for a giant missile launcher on his shoulder, which is really cool.
It's incredible.
He's mostly gray. You got the gray that shows up on the chest. You got some of this brown. You still see some of this worn areas here. Some sticker detail shows up. It's a nice looking head sculpt. It's Soundwave-esque. I mean, I think that's the only thing about him that actually looks like G1 Soundwave, even to some degree. He does have light piping, which you can see there. You see some sticker detail. The Decepticon logos. Mine's a little messed up right there. Let's show up. Well, a unique feature on this guy, I think, for the time, is that the back of the legs, instead of being open, they actually have panels. So if this was G1, they wouldn't have any panels. But since it was made in the early 90s, at the end of G1, before it was repainted in Machine Wars in the late 90s, they have back panels, which is cool because it hides some of that hollowness, which we all love, don't we? Articulation is of G1 sort of style. I mean, he has, I guess, knee, if you want to open that up and move it like that. He has just a knee joint that goes like that, which he could kind of use. I mean, you kind of pose him that way. Arms, do a 360, and they can kind of go in. That's about it. The original one had more accessories. It also included a gun. And of course, like I said, mentioned earlier, the firing missiles, which could still be mounted here as they were in vehicle mode and here. But this guy does not have any gun. For some reason, they really have made these bare bones for the US market. And there he is with Machine Wars Prowl, Machine Wars Optimus Prime, Machine Wars Megatron, and Machine Wars Starscream, which I'll be doing an unboxing video of. Of course, he's already out of the box, but I filmed it previously.
Yeah, I can see that.
So to conclude with collector notes, I think he's a really cool figure to have in your collection, especially if you like G1 these types of figures. They're kind of a watershed moment in Transformers history where it was just exclusive to KBs, and there's only a few of them. It's a real easy line to complete. Prices have gone up and down on him. Right now, I believe is a little higher. Here's the Transformer Land chart right here. Make sure you get them complete and without any yellowing. These parts here like to yellow. Make sure you ask about the joints because they can be loose. Same sort of things apply that most do for old figures. But yeah, let me know what you think of this guy in the comments, and I'll see you in the next review.